All right, welcome back to Live Impact News here on the 13 News Now app. We are very lucky to welcome a special guest onto the show today, a board-certified integrative dermatologist, Dr. Charlene St. Cyrin Lord, also the founder of Derm Hair Doc and the Skin Doctor's Pimple Patches, joins us now to talk about. We'll talk about a lot of different angles of skincare, but especially a bit of a viral trend that's been developing. And yes, Dr. St. Cyrin Lord, not only a dermatologist, but also an entrepreneur based on reading your resume here. I'm Connor, and it's wonderful to have you. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us.
Hey Connor, happy Friday. Glad to be here with you. It's an honor. Thanks for
Absolutely. You're
having
on our
me.
wavelength. Happy Friday is right. We're so glad to be here and to have made it to the end of this week. I want to dig into this trend a little bit here. A popular, yep, that's that's right. A popular online trend claims that watermelon can protect skin from sun damage when consumed or applied topically. I just want to start here straight up. Is this true? And how accurate is this if it falls somewhere in that gray area?
Okay, I'm glad you asked because I love being in the office and patients coming in and telling me the latest thing that's on social media or coming in and having me fix what they learned about on TikTok and
Right.
they tried it home and I have to go in and fix it now. So, guess what? There's some truth to the whole thing. So, I'm not going to
Mm,
totally debunk it because studies have actually been done on this. So, the thing about watermelon juice is that it has to be consumed orally, actually, to provide any photoprotective effect. And watermelon, like our famous friend, the tomato, is high in lycopene, right? Lycopene, we love it. We hear about it for prostate health and all these wonderful things. What's so good about it is that it's an antioxidant and it's super high in in antioxidants. And what it does is it reduces superoxide radicals. And I know that sounds like gibberish right now, but what happens is when you go into the sun and you get some UV exposure, it interacts with your skin and it causes a lot of oxidation, right? And so now you have superoxide radicals. It doesn't even sound good, right? Radical superoxides because they damage the cells, they cause DNA damage, and they set up the stage for basal cell cancer, squamous cell cancer, and melanoma. But when you ingest a lot of watermelon or tomatoes, it reduces the amount of redness that you'll get after being in the sun. That's pretty much what it does. It reduces the redness. And studies have proven it, but guess what? After having used large doses for 10 to 12 weeks. So you're not going to go have some watermelon juice and then go shake and bake outside. It's not going to work. You're going to sunburn people.
I was literally just thinking about how I'm going to go get a watermelon and some tomatoes after this to protect myself for this 90-degree
Yeah.
weekend that we have coming. But I'm 11 weeks behind. I didn't even make it in. Now, you
Yes.
mentioned that it helps in reducing redness after the burn. Does it protect against that UV damage that we're all trying to be so aware of?
So it does. It does at some in some fashion because it is preventing those superoxides as an antioxidant. It's helping. I'm going to say it's going to complement your sunscreen, right? It's reducing some of the DNA damage, but it can't reduce all of it by itself. There's absolutely no way. Do not throw out your bottles of sunscreen, people. Absolutely don't do it, and don't go slathering on watermelon juice on yourself. You're just going to attract ants and maybe bees because you're going to smell so sweet. So I wouldn't say to throw away the sunscreen. Is it protective? Yes. Is it totally protective? No. And then we also haven't established a dose. So that's why I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so if I have a friend who walks up to the backyard this weekend and they're covered in ants, bees, and watermelon juice, I know that they've been online too much. That's what we can determine.
Yes, that's the social media effect. And they've been online too much. Say, you know what, friend, go wash that off. I've got some great zinc oxide or titanium dioxide for you. That's awesome. Slather it on.
Slather it on. That is what we've been encouraging people to do all week, but not the watermelon juice, that sunscreen, that zinc. Well, now, that does beg the question, however. It seems like watermelons and tomatoes do at least have beneficial components that are good for the skin, specifically
Oh,
antioxidants.
yeah.
I'm wondering, can you give us a rundown of the best foods that you can consume for overall skin health?
For overall skin health, that's wonderful. Number one, I love probiotics. Got to do it. That gut health is so important. There is no, I want us to stop thinking about our skin and our internal organs is totally different. The skin is the largest organ on the body. Sorry, GI docs, we know it's the skin, right? It's not the intestines. So the skin is the largest organ on your body, and it covers everything. So it's protective, right? And so you need your gut to be healthy to reduce inflammation in the skin. And so you're going to want to do the probiotics. The other thing is you got to have your foods that are rich in calcium, because calcium is wonderful for your hair, your skin, and your nails, and you need your vitamin D. The other thing, because that low vitamin D can cause rashes that mimic psoriasis. So people might think they have psoriasis and then they find out their vitamin D is so depleted and they need to replenish it. You also want that wonderful spinach. You need that vitamin K. You need that iron. You need your antioxidants, your A, C's, and E's, and that's going to be in your green stuff. Your C's are going to be in your citrus fruits. Another thing, please don't apply anything with citrus on your body and then go out into the sun. You're going to get a sunburn. It's something that we call phytophotodermatitis. You put on that juicy, like lemon grass or whatever citrus, orange, something on your skin. You go out into the sun in your convertible, you're going to burn. Other foods that are great for you and great for your skin, I say definitely anything, the berries, because the berries are rich in antioxidants, right? So they're going to help prevent all that superoxide in your skin that causes aging and cell death. So when the cells die, they're going to age and they're not going to be that good. The other thing is the resveratrol in the darkly pigmented grapes, berries, and all those things. And guess what? In red wine as well. Yes, it's anti-aging, but just in moderation, okay? Because too much alcohol then leads to inflammation. So we want to do everything in moderation.
Wow, what a way to end it. That's great. Just a little bit of red wine is helpful at times. Everything in moderation, of course. Now, you mentioned something that actually piqued my interest and brought me back very, very many years ago when I was told that lemon juice in the hair can help lighten the hair color. Is that something that is A, true, and B, advised in any way?
So it can happen and lead to nice little bleaching effects. And I know why we did that, because it would actually bleach the hair, but then also you don't want that acid on your hair and your actual hair shaft because it will cause damage. So that's like a very inexpensive and I would say not so wise way to do it. We did a lot of things when we were younger that we wouldn't necessarily recommend anybody does now. The other thing is, remember, chlorine does the same thing. It bleaches your hair, but do I want you to use chlorine in your hair all the time? No, I want you to wash it out when you get out of the pool, because it can have those bleaching and lightening effects as well. Now, if you get some of that citrus on your scalp, get ready for a scalp burn. You got to remember that your scalp is skin. If your skin can sunburn, so can your scalp. I often see sunburns between in the hair parts when people go to the Caribbean and get their hair braided. And so I'm like, you have to wear a hat, or if you wore sunscreen, or sometimes you use products that have like natural UV protectants. That's popular now. Or also some things that take the metals out of your hair, like metal chelators. And I'm not going to lie, this Derm Hair Doc hair mask, that's the reason it was formulated as well, because it's got natural metal chelators in there to get the chlorine out, get the hard water out, so you don't damage your hair and your scalp. So I would still say if your scalp is going to be, okay, let's say the gentlemen who have a little less coverage, as I call it, I say, gentlemen, you have less shade now. So if you're not going to wear sunscreen on your scalp, I'm going to need you to wear a hat. So I'm going to leave it at that. How about that?
Okay, good, very good. And continuing to look into some of the preconceived notions about all of this, I know that for a lot of that online content where they're talking about, the watermelon as a substitute, and they're talking about different ways that they can protect their skin, I have heard that some of the sort of the impetus of that is that people maybe are concerned about the ingredients in sunscreen. They're worried about putting that on their skin all the time. Could there be unintended consequences from that? What is your answer to people with that concern?
I agree totally 100%. And if you follow the EWG, that's going to be a very big concern. So as part of being an integrative dermatologist, I always do try to give some naturals to supplement what I do. I can't say that it's going to take the place of it. But when you're concerned about sunscreen, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide are going to be your safest. And why I say that is because, you see the little person there, you can use it on your little people. You're not worried about chemicals, right? You don't want parabens and all that stuff that are actually hormone disruptors. So that's another thing. So you always want to find stuff that's like paraben free if you can find it, because when you have breast cancer survivors, they don't need all that extra estrogen. Nobody wants extra estrogen, not the boys, not women either. So the physical blockers, sunscreens, as I call them, your zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, what happens when you get the sun, it just bounces off. It bounces off of you. That's why the lifeguards had the white paste on the nose, because the nose sticks out. It's the first place to get burned. The ears get burned. The forehead gets burned. Anything that sticks out. So if you block the sun, it's wonderful, but they don't blend in as well. Your chemical blockers, which are your like homosalates and oxybenzones. Oxybenzones, one of the ones that people absolutely don't want anymore. But the thing about them, and there are so many more chemicals I could go on, is they actually have to be absorbed in your skin. And once they're absorbed, then they block the sun. Well, the thing about it is some people are sensitive to that. And they might say, you know what, doc, every sunscreen I use breaks me out. I say, well, then you're a titanium dioxide and zinc oxide person. And so the chemical ones blend in better, but sometimes have a lot of chemicals that we don't want. The physical ones, they're not as bad as they used to be when the lifeguards had the white paste. Now they're micronized. They're with a little shimmer. They're even more cosmetically pleasing. And ladies, your makeup is not enough. Anybody who's wearing makeup, gentlemen who wear makeup, your makeup is not enough to protect you from the sun. That SPF 15 does not stand a chance with this weekend's weather.
Hi, my name is Naya. I did want to hop in right quick and ask a question since you were talking about the different types. So say if I was going to the grocery store tonight to buy some sunscreen for this weekend, is there a certain level that's better, like the between 30 to 100? And is it skin tone, like does your skin complexion matter?
Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, so if you're going out to buy sunscreen, SPF 15 was a very European thing, and it worked for them, and it was awesome. And you got to remember the EU bans a lot of stuff that the US does not ban. So their stuff tends to be a little safer because it's not going to even make it to the market shelf or your grocery store shelf, right? So we have to be smarter shoppers when we shop. Now, 15, not enough. I tend to tell my patients fall and winter, SPF 30. Spring and summer, SPF 50. If you're going to the Caribbean or somewhere like that, you could do 50 or 70. But the point is that you reapply every 2 hours. That's the most important. We put on the sunscreen, we go on a catamaran ride, we go on the beach, or we go play basketball shirtless. We do all those things and we don't reapply. And that's when we get in trouble, because the sun, the UV rays actually degrade your sunscreen. And guys, SPF 100 doesn't give you twice the protection of SPF 50. It does not work that way. SPF 50 will give you about 98% protection from UV rays, whereas SPF 100 only give you 99%. You're paying all that extra money for only 1% extra. So 100% does not equal twice the effect of 50%. Skin tone, it matters. I am of color, and some sunscreens leave me looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I do not want to walk out looking like that. Everybody understands because I'm a dermatologist, but I will also be the one on the beach slathering on my SPF 50 every 2 hours. So I tend to like a little more cosmetic one. I've tried all of them. So there are clear liquid ones, like liquid sunscreens. I know Neutrogena has a nice one. Cetaphil has a nice one. Those go in well. CeraVe just came up with an amazing one that actually left my skin a little shimmery. I loved it. No white cast. And it's mineral. It's got a little one. It's got oxysalate. Oxysalate is not bad. What it does is stabilize the other ones, and it's considered kind of safe by the EWG. And this is the little one. I had a nice little sample because I was playing with it earlier and just showing you know, how it really leaves your skin shimmery. But I've got some of all of them in here. You've got your this one, you've got your La Roche-Posay. You've got a plethora of sunscreen to choose from. And I say, if your skin is sensitive, go for the physical blockers. Oh, and one more test. I'm going to do this real quick in front of you. For anyone with skin of color or darkly pigmented or tan skin, the trick with sunscreen is that you put a little on, work it in, so you see no blue cast, right? If you're trying to slather and do this, it's Casper time. We're going to look like ghosts.
Okay, good to know. So a little concentrated area, work it into that concentrated area, and then and then make moves rather than trying to get the whole space all at one time. As you said, the
Correct.
skin, it's an expansive organ. You can't get it all at one time, but you want to make sure you have that full coverage. Well, this has been great. I mean, this has been a ton of insight and information. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to add, Dr. St. Cyrin Lord, before we let you go?
So I just want to say, guys, it's important because there is no safe tan. I always tell people, look, you'll wear sunscreen and you'll still tan, but you won't shake and bake. You won't come back. So if you come back looking like a lobster, it's going to be a coming to Jesus visit. But there's no safe tan because every tan can somehow create sun damage. And I want to say for all the pool goers and the beach goers and everything, don't beach hair, don't care. Take care of your hair. So I'm always going to talk about this amazing all natural Derm Hair Doc hair mask. And when I say it's all natural, it's because there's nothing toxic in it. I made it with all my heart and 20 years worth of experience in clinical research. Go out there. It's on our favorite place, Amazon, and also online at dermhairdoc.com. Have a safe, wonderful summer, guys. Be responsible in the sun. You don't want to come back and have me doing biopsies on you all day in October.
No, definitely great advice from Dr. Charlene St. Cyrin Lord all the way through. Even better information and even better suggestions to maybe indulge in some red wine if that is something that you enjoy that could add a little bit of extra help. Just a tiny amount. We appreciate every single bit of that. We really will hope to maybe catch up with you again in the future. This is something that we like to keep tabs on. We are sure that there will be more viral trends in regards to this. And so hopefully we can catch up again, Dr. St. Cyrin Lord. It's been a real pleasure having you.
I love that, Connor. You have a wonderful weekend, okay? Responsibly.
Absolutely. You too, responsibly,
Thank
of
you.
course, and always. Okay, what a wonderful privilege here to get to talk to not only a dermatologist, but also an entrepreneur, Dr. Charlene St. Cyrin Lord, giving us a lot of good information there. And, you know, these trends are constantly popping up online. I can't tell you how often I will speak to someone anecdotally, and they'll tell me about something that they're doing now or something that they heard is healthy or good for you. And I ask where they learned about that. And they say, oh, I saw it on social media. Some of those things could be true. As you heard, there are some benefits to eating watermelon and what it can do for your skin, but there's often a lot of context that's needed to really clarify and provide insight to whatever you may see out there on the internet. And so we try to provide some of that today, and I don't think anyone has ever done it better than Dr. Charlene St. Cyrin Lord right there. Okay.